Right, I beat the greatest, La Boricua badass, the flavor gang leader, and you're watching Covalent TV. Oh,
Daryl and Werner, I want to send so much love. I heard about Covalent TV and I wanted to say thank you for, making fans, wrestling fans happy, for the gaming and everything. Like, you guys are amazing. Keep up the good work. And to everybody else out there, thank you for listening and watching Covalent TV. Sending so much love. Stay safe, stay positive, and stay sane. Love you guys. Mwah.
Okay, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We are here. We are here on Monday night. We were questioning if we were going to do the show today, but we are in front of you. We came here to deliver, but we are not Domino's. We ain't delivering to none of y'all houses. We delivering right to your computer screen, TV screen, phone screen, whatever you are watching us on. That is what we are going to deliver to, because honestly, I'm going to say it like I always say, we are the best podcast out there, bar none. No questions asked, because we're not going to get on the camera and tell you a whole bunch of lies and spin you into a circle of propaganda. Gotcha, ladies and gentlemen, that is not our job. That is not what we are here for. And if we were here for that, then in which case we may not be doing the right thing. Shout out to Spike Lee, ladies and gentlemen. But that is not why we are here primarily. Why we are here is to give you your WWE Raw live review. It is your boy, Mr. Starks, and
Big Dub.
What is going on, y'all? Man. When it comes to taking on and tackling the topic of WWE Raw and discussing it in a capacity in which people have their own opinions and they have their own ways of thinking about the show, and it's difficult sometimes, and I'm going to explain why. Because me and Werner have had tons of conversations off the air where we've discussed how if you're not spewing pro-WWE propaganda, or let me give a more detailed example, if you're not necessarily holding them to the fire, but you're holding them close without stepping on the toes of the people that are fans of this product, you get so much love. Now, unfortunately, we are in a position where we are not willing to compromise anything about what we feel about this product for the sake of sparing the feelings of WWE fans and whoever supports it habitually due to only, goodwill from the 90s, or these kids that were probably born just 6-7 years ago and they don't know any better. We're not going to tiptoe around the feelings of those people. So I'm going to give this introduction, and right now I'm not even focused on engagement. I'm not focused on nothing. I'm focused on just this real talk tonight. We have our surgical streams. We have our entertainment streams. We have all that stuff. But tonight, it's going to be a real talk stream. We don't need to yell. We don't need to get upset. We don't need to do anything. We are just going to break it down the middle. We're going to talk about this show as if it is a show that we have to review for giving an award. Like, let's say we were giving the most prestigious TV award out there, and we had the wrestling category come up. We're going to analyze the show like that tonight. Would we give this show an award? That's what we're going to do. And if you are a fan and you're somebody that cannot handle criticism of a product that you don't book, nor does it put money in your pocket, then in which case you might want to tune out. But if you're here for that real talk and you want to hear what we have to say, cool. But I am not going to beg anybody to stay here. We are not here for the bad faith arguments. We are not here for the nonsense. And frankly, we just don't have to deal with it. We will block you. So for anybody that goes on the attack or anybody that wants to be weird, you've already been blocked. We're going to treat our responses like they are exclusive. If you are a general nobody, you will be treated like a general nobody, and you will not get a response. You will just get a block in return. No questions asked. Because even though most of these guys don't act like bosses out here, we're going to treat you like a boss, because if you fuck up on your job and you say something crazy, guess what? You're going to get fucking terminated. Unfortunately, that's something Tony Khan doesn't know, because Jack Perry still has a job, but neither here nor there. But yes, that's where I stand on that. And yeah, that's how it's going to be going forward. We might have a few more streams like this going forward, but that's where I'm at with it. I don't know what Werner thinks of that, but that's where I'm at with it.
I'm all for it.
Cool. So y'all have a job to do the moment y'all come in here. I'm not going to beg y'all to do what is the easiest thing to do on the stream. All y'all got to do is hit the like button, hit the share button, and you know what I'm saying? Keep the comments insightful. Do not skip ahead. Do not skip ahead. Okay? And also, if you want to donate to your boys, man, you know, you can hit the Streamlabs link. The Cash App is up on the screen. It's not that hard, man. Y'all already know how we do it, man. 3 donations always and forever will send us to church. So go on ahead and get this shit popping. If you don't want to get it popping, that's cool. Then we'll just fly through the stream, and you'll have nobody to blame but yourself for why the Covalent TV show that you know and love and enjoy was only 45 minutes.
Or less.
Yeah, just that simple. I want to keep this simple and straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? 9 people in here, only 6 likes. We could do way better than that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to focus on that tonight, okay? So we have a job to do, and that is giving you beautiful people the news, holding one special accountable, and bringing you facts, data, and statistics as we go, because that is what this show is all about. And if that, again, is something you are not used to, you could pack yourself the fuck up, put you in a box, and go on ahead and see another podcast that is going to lie to you, okay? So Werner,
and not answering you unless it's a super chat.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's out there. That's pretty much what's out there. Yeah, Werner is bald today. Yes, that's a thing. It is canon. You see it. It is there. Werner, rub your head so people know it's real. See how that works? Now grant 3 wishes, everybody. Grant 3 wishes. Werner has done the inaugural head rub on Covalent TV. So you go ahead and you put in your 3 wishes. Or if you're just Ray J, 1 wish. Huh? All right, but let's go ahead and give everybody the fucking news, man. Let's go.
JR says Tony Khan has been battled and challenged unnecessarily so.
Okay, so you saying that? I need to understand in what capacity did he mean that?
I'm still trying to figure out why, because apparently on his podcast, he was discussing the evolving management relations over the years.
Okay.
And how Tony and Vince and Jim have handled their issues in the past, which JR said everybody wants to put their own fingerprints on their team. Don't look at this roster as anything other than a team that will answer a lot of your questions that I would do if this happened. If you're putting it in a team perspective, the answer should come very easy. They really do. I had a philosophy, and I've said it many times. If I can't solve your problems after doing all I can to solve it between the two of us, the only option I have is to eliminate it. And I ain't leaving. There you go. That's the reality of it. Your ass is out of a fucking job. Figure out how to pay the mortgage and your girlfriend's boob job. All these things have happened under my watch. That's how it works. You deal with people based on how they represent you, and you try to deal with the problem quickly and solve it. Don't ever think it, solve it. Sometimes that means giving a star bad news. Have the testicles to make that presentation. You don't treat everybody alike. If you do, you're a fool. Everybody is equal. Bullshit. They aren't equal. They aren't close to being equal.
So I like what JR said, but I'm going to tell you what JR did in that little statement that I didn't like, because it almost feels like throwing a blanket on a wildfire. To go on and say, okay, you know, paying for your girlfriend's boob job and the mortgage and stuff like that, when Tony Khan literally has people in his company that applies to, like Jeff Jarrett being the first example of that, where he adds almost no value to the company that is tangibly seen.
Facts.
Why isn't Jim Ross getting in Tony Khan's ear and going, hey, bro, you got a couple leeches in the motherfucking room, chief? Because Jeff Jarrett, honestly, I think understands that Tony Khan is a mark for history, which is nothing wrong with that. If you are a mark for professional wrestling history, there's nothing wrong with that. If you know how to analyze it properly, break it down properly, good. But some people use their knowledge of professional wrestling as a weapon against people that don't necessarily know about it, instead of teaching them and informing them. So if I'm JR, I would walk up to Tony Khan and go, hey, man, you need to trim the fat with Jeff Jarrett if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's literally what Jeff Jarrett is. He's taking advantage of the fact that Tony Khan is a wrestling mark, a pro wrestling history mark. And other than that, what value is Jeff Jarrett providing to the company other than taking up TV time for superstars that honestly deserve to be on TV way more than he does in 2023? Because Jeff Jarrett's time has passed him by 20 years ago. So you got to pardon me if I'm in the mindset of being one of those people where when I hear somebody go, oh, well, this is what this person should do, and they have direct contact to that person, I instantly invalidate everything they say. Because, you know, the first thing that comes to my mind and the first thing I'm going to say internally, why aren't you saying that to them?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going on your podcast and saying that instead of saying that directly to them? If I had a direct line to Tony Khan, every single thing that we say on this show, I would say to him directly. And anybody who knows me personally knows that that's how I am. Don't say nothing. Don't come to me talking about something to somebody that you haven't said to them. I am not the one. I am not the one. I am not a chatty patty. I'm not for the gossip. I'm not for none of that. If anything, when people are gossiping, I kind of tune out. I don't want to hear it. I don't like listening to it. I don't even like listening to it. And there's somebody in the comment section that can attest to that. Even though I know it just be them telling stories about what they got going on, I'm just like, this is gossip. This is chatty patty shit. Like, I don't want to hear that, because did you say the same shit you saying to me to them? Otherwise, I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. Is it making me money? Is it making you money? Is it making you happy? Is it making me happy? Like, that's the way I look at it when people do stuff like that.
Well, he did get $100,000 for that Texas Chainsaw Massacre match.
I don't give a damn about none of that. That's not money we're
I agree, but
care.
that's what he's going to fall on.
Dude, I don't give a shit. Jim Ross, if you feel that way, go up to Tony Khan and say, here's an example of the people I'm talking about when I said this. You should probably let them go. And Jeff Jarrett would be the first person to pack his bag in the event that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because how many bridges has Jeff Jarrett burned? Everybody, if you don't know the story, because this is why you use professional wrestling history as a positive so you can inform. If you don't know the history of professional wrestling, you wouldn't know that Jeff Jarrett was a fucking nuisance in the late 90s for WWE. And he did so much fuck shit backstage that Austin wouldn't work with him. I don't think Austin still fucks with him till this day. I still don't think Austin fucks with him till this very day. Look this up. Look up all of the many holdouts he did, threatening to take the title, the WCW, the IC title, the WCW. Look up all of this stuff that I'm referring to, guys. This is stuff that Jim Cornette won't give you because he weaponizes his professional wrestling knowledge.
That's another thing. Anytime I see something about AEW in on Twitter or Facebook, the first comment I always fucking see from people, boy, Corny's gonna have a heart attack about this. Boy, I can't wait for what Corny has to say about. No one gives a flying fuck.
Yeah, bro, because it's about how much a person can rant and spew out bad faith takes and make it sound good. And Jim Cornette has found his lane. And also Jim Cornette attracts the southern racists, try that in a small town crowd. So you combine that crowd that just likes to hear people rant with that crowd of people that, you know, don't like to see Bobby Lashley on television. That's all I'm going to leave it at. You get a fan base of people that turn into a cult. Hence why the cult of Cornette.
Mm-hmm.
But respectfully, I don't want to spend too much time talking about Tony Khan at this point because it's been some tweets and some stuff I've seen this day and some stuff I've stumbled upon that I've gone mentally to a place where I'm like, the dude's lost. He'll never be found. Mm-hmm. He doesn't think his shit stinks. He thinks everything's all hunky fucking dory. And it's going to get to a point of where a wrestler with some balls is going to attack him. I think Andrade is as good as gone. Can I be honest? I think Andrade.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Because Andrade is cut from the same cloth as CM Punk. Y'all remember that situation with Andrade and Sammy Guevara where Sammy Guevara was acting like a little fucking dickhead? And Andrade approached him and was like, what up? And y'all remember when Andrade got indefinitely suspended? And it's funny how karma works. Because, like, Andrade got injured, but I don't think his injury was as long as motherfuckers led on to be. I think he was still suspended that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan does not like real men. Tony Khan does not like men that look like they can whoop his ass. And he books his product like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, dude, if that's where you're at with it, don't hire these people. If that's what your stance is and that's what you stand on and you believe, don't hire these people, dog. Just don't. Have AEW be like it was in year one, where there was nobody there over fucking 6 foot tall and there was nobody there over 175 pounds. Go back to that.
Your name's Kenny Omega.
Yeah, dog. If that's exactly. If that's what you want, my guy, go back to that. But don't have people subconsciously thinking you're going to be an alternative when you're just going to be indie WWE light, because that's what it's like at this point. Indie WWE light.
Which is getting the drones.
Yeah.
After we saw last night.
Because now all of a sudden, WWE drones find AEW slightly bearable. Coincidence? I think not.
Mm-mm.
Coincidence? I think not. I saw like known WWE drones that are on Twitter sharing the chants that happened during the Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs match. And of course they loved it. Of course they loved it. That should come as no surprise. It's sad. Guys, if y'all can't tell by the apathy in my disposition here, it's sad, man.
Wrestling is dying.
It is. Werner just said what I was about to say next. Wrestling is dying. It's dying in front of our eyes. And it sucks. Because the reason why we did this show was because we wanted to see an alternative develop and us be able to push that alternative and praise it and, you know, analyze WWE at the scale that they need to be analyzed. And now it looks like AEW, which was going to be an alternative, has turned into an indie WWE. And it sucks. It sucks. It honestly sucks because we put our all into these fucking shows, man. It's dog shit. I don't respect it. I don't like it. It needs to change. But because of the beta, praise everything that is talentless because they're trying. Guys, we are in the No Child Left Behind era of society. If y'all don't know what the No Child Left Behind thing was and you're not old enough to know what that is, that was a law that was implemented for basically ne'er-do-well kids and dumb kids to never be held back a grade. So basically they would just pass them. I think, what was the limit on it? I think you could only get skipped. In Illinois, I think it was only 2. I think you could only get skipped 2.
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, it was only 2. It may be different in other states, but here, you could only be skipped ahead 2. That was it. That was it. That was like the cap. But we're in the No Child Left Behind era where the kid that you sat in class with in the 3rd grade, you're like, he ain't making it to the 4th grade. Every kid in class was like, that kid is not gonna fucking make it to the fourth. He's not. And then you come back the next year to the fourth grade, and there he is sitting in the same classroom with you, and you're like, how? How is he here with me? That's the era we live in. Those idiot, ne'er-do-well weirdos that don't deserve to be in the same grade as you, they now run society. They now run the television programs you watch.
Mm-hmm.
They control the social media feeds that you consume. Controversial topic. You want to know why people don't like Elon Musk? Because he's the opposite of that. He's the guy that got skipped ahead 3 grades. He was too smart, and then also not only was he smart, he knew how to get what he wanted out of life.
Mm-hmm.
He always found a way to get what he wanted out of life. That's why Elon Musk is universally hated, because Elon Musk is that guy that the No Child Left Behind kid wanted to be but never could be because he was a fucking idiot. But guess whose platform those No Child Left Behind kids use? And now Tony Khan is just looking like the Richie Rich version of the No Child Left Behind kid. Because you don't book your product like a genius. You don't book your product like a revolutionary. You book your product like a fucking child that tries to put a square peg in a round hole.
And get stuffed in a locker.
And because of that resentment, you refuse to book men that look like that in a prominent fashion.
And when you do book them in a match, you get what happens between Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, because now you have conditioned your crowd and created and fostered an environment for all of the No Child Left Behind kids to show up at your shows. Which is why I said on the All Out review, if y'all noticed, this is why I said on the All Out review, Tony Khan, you finally did it. You got it. You won. You won. You finally did it. You finally got those crowds that you didn't get in the first year of AEW because people genuinely wanted an alternative. You finally conditioned them into thinking that the No Child Left Behind kids are a sustainable product that casuals will attract themselves to, which they won't. At this point, you're recycling a fan base that was already there, but nobody wanted them because they fucking suck to have as a fan base. Because they don't buy pay-per-views, they don't buy merch, they don't do anything but sit on the Elon Musk platform and bitch about people that have something contradictory to say to everything that they say.
Yeah, and how well is WWE and AEW working to end piracy? Oh,
They're not. You know why, bro? And
because that's the majority of their viewership.
And you want to hear something that would actually happen if they did that, if they cracked down on that? You want to know something that would actually happen? You would see an uprising from drones of all companies protesting each product. You would. You know why? Because that would mean that the people that I just discussed would have to come out of their holes and actually put effort into something. So they're going to protest. Rather than put their effort into something, they're going to protest. They're going to be like, oh no, I can't believe they did that. They don't care about the fans. Whoop-de-whoop. It's going to be a whole big thing. But you know what? The people like Elon Musk and the people that were skipped ahead 3 grades, they ain't going to have nothing to say about it. I just spent $150 in pay-per-views in the last 2 weeks. I watched Battle Rap, guys. URL hosted an event. RBE hosted an event. That's $100 right there, 50 a pop. And then I had another event just not that long ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before that, another $50 a pop. See, people like me and Werner, it won't be an issue. It won't be an issue. We don't go to the grocery store, shoplift, and then when we get caught, we go, it's my American right to have this product, like those people do. We actually go and get it. Even if we don't got it, we go and get it. But men like us, we're not encouraged in society. The No Child Left Behind kids are praised, protected, and covered in the veil of fake success. Because they get clicks for being an idiot. They get monetized for being idiots. Do y'all understand what I'm saying, or am I speaking a foreign language? Because outside of Alexis doing the emojis, it got real quiet in this bitch. Am I understood, or am I talking to myself?
I agree with everything you're saying because it's all truth.
Now, if I'm offending you and you feel like, oh, I'm talking directly to you, then shit, a hit dog, a holler. But I'm not taking back a word of anything that I said. Because I'm tired of us fighting for everything that we get, every view, every like, everything, because we don't bullshit. We not a part of the fruit booty society. We don't come from the land of Backdooria.
Mike Patterson said their grandpa's president. Do you know who started the No Child Left Behind Act? That would be one George W. Bush.
There you go.
And what party is he part of? Oh, that's right.
And this was going into the era where these kids were born. The people that we're talking about, that goes into the era that these children were born. We know our stuff. So for any person that would come in here and say these guys are talking out of their ass, dig, please challenge us on it and see if we don't retort with fact. Because I'm tired of playing nice. Like, I could do the entertainment. I could be very entertaining. I'm the best at what the fuck I do. Don't get me wrong. But now it's time to talk to y'all. Now it's time when we get on these streams to have conversations. Dialogues, if you shall. But if you want to hear old man screaming at a cloud, go watch Cornette. You want to hear a man that just yells for an hour, well, longer than that, 2 hours and 45 minutes, go watch JD. You want to watch people show fake love to this WWE product, go watch Fightful, go watch Simon Miller, go watch those people.
You want to watch someone cry about wanting a job with WWE? Go watch Joe Cronin.
It's options. It's options. We don't make anybody stay here. There are options. But from here on out, man, we going to have conversations on these damn shows, man. Because I think our entertainment value overshadows the things that we say. I know I could get passionate and I could yell about certain stuff and I can, again, give y'all the whole show, the soundboard, the whole thing. I could do all of that with fucking both of my eyes gouged out, both fucking ears gone. I can do that in my damn sleep. But how I'm talking to y'all right now, this is how no other podcast will talk to y'all. Because they want your money. They want your clicks. They want all of that stuff. So they're going to sensationalize every single word they say. They're going to say sizzle quotes that people are going to put up on Twitter. And then you got the other side that play it safe, like Simon Miller, Fightful, all of those people. And, you know, they're real safe. They're really, really safe media, and those are the people you see at the media scrums. Those are the people you see at all of those things. That's why Simon Miller is so close to Thunder Rosa, because he's safe. He's safe. He ain't gonna unload nothing about no Thunder Rosa. And not disrespect to Thunder Rosa. We love her. She's a friend of the channel. But that's a great example. But that's why she likes him. He's safe. He's safe. All women like the safe guy for one reason and one reason only. He won't make them feel bad about their stupid decisions.
Yep.
Let me say that again. All women love the safe guy for one reason, not to romantically be with him, not to fuck him, not to do anything fun with them, but because when it comes to holding her accountable, keeping her secrets in, and being a bud, those are what those men are best at. But we're not here to be safe, and we're not here to be sensationalized. We just want to give y'all that real shit. And if y'all rocking with us, drop a fire emoji in the comment section. Let me check these donations because I saw a few people say they came through, but let me double check on that. Elise came through with one. Shmakaroo Curtis came through with one as well. Thank you, but I'm going to make it like this tonight because I feel like we fucking deserve it. How about we do this tonight? How about we go 5 donations sends us to church? I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to cut the alert box off because I wanted to cook, and as you could see, that is exactly what we did. But we got something else to throw on the grill, guys. We got something else to throw on the grill. We just now getting to this portion of the show. And you know what I'm saying? When you throw it on the grill, you get the grill marks, it burns. And, you know, sometimes we burn our hand on things that we don't mean to. But unfortunately, this is something that we do as a sacrifice to y'all. And we burn our hand. We reach in that oven with no glove on, no glove, no nothing. We just do it because we want to expose these people because they need a spotlight shined on them so they can scurry back under the fucking refrigerator. If you know what's coming up, put it in the comment section. If you know what is up, put it in the comment section. If you know what is coming, do that right now. But even if you don't, I'm going to tell you bastards anyway. It's time for us to hold one special. Dumbass! Accountable. It is time for drone accountability. Lego.
My drone accountability is the media scrum from last night.
And yes, I stand with Werner on this. We talked about this before the show. And I want Werner to give his discourse, and I'm going to react accordingly because some of the stuff I saw sent me into a tailspin. Go ahead, sir.
So, first of all, when Tony showed up and everything, before Adam Cole showed up as the first person to talk to, everybody was giving Tony a round of applause for such a great fucking show. Yay!
Bruh.
So what did I just break down, Werner? What did I just break down? Safe.
Oh,
Safe.
it gets better. So I like to give Nick Hussman a hard time for complaining about bedtime. For which pay-per-view was that? Was that Double or Nothing a few years ago?
I think it was.
I gave him so much shit. So you know what? Last night he earned his name back.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'm listening, bro.
He asked Tony, what did he learn from the CM Punk situation, and what changes will he be making to prevent something else like this from happening? You know what Tony said?
Oh, God. Bro, I don't think I'm ready. I told you I'm going to react accordingly. I did say that. I promised you that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Fucking crickets.
He said nothing to that?
He said nothing.
Okay.
To which he double did a question because he asked Adam what was like the vibe like in the locker room.
Why do they care? Isn't the point of the press to ask the hard-hitting questions that get definitive answers?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, sir.
So again, ignoring that, then we have Christian doing his little thing in complete character.
Mm-hmm. As he should.
It fell flat for me. No, I agree, but it's just falling flat for me. Especially when you say, I don't have any friends besides Luchasaurus. When we all know that's bullshit.
You want believability in it, but Werner, we don't want to be hypocrites. We definitely wanted to go back to the era of where wrestlers, they acted out their characters wherever they went.
Yeah.
Now we get it. They can't dress up in a full costume and all of that and the pomp and circumstance, but be your character. Lord knows when I was wrestling, I was. That's all I'm going to say. But go ahead, sir. Continue.
Chris Statlander.
Oh, my God. Okay. Continue. Go.
Says that she appreciates everyone's concern for her health after returning from 2 knee injuries, but she wouldn't have come back if she wasn't capable of doing everything in the ring that she could before the injuries. She said that she hasn't modified her style since returning.
Then how does Chris that? This would have been my follow-up question if I was in that scrum. Then, Chris, how do you explain you looking 3 steps slower in the ring? And how do you explain every move you do dropping into a split? Safe. Guys, you see what I'm talking about? You see what Werner is saying, and you see how it plays exactly into what I just said a second ago? Safe. All safe questions. And they get safe answers in return. Go ahead, sir.
Chris Statlander also decided to give a verbal blowjob to Orange Cassidy, saying that they're best friends along with, Trent and fucking Chuck Taylor. But ever since, AEW started and they were all signed together, they become really tight.
Let's do something, Werner. I'm going to say something that may be controversial yet again. If I owned a pro wrestling promotion, I would have a fitness clause in my contracts. There would be nobody in my promotion that would be allowed to look like Eddie Kingston, Chuck Taylor, even Orange Cassidy. I'm sorry, because women, I remember when I was young, man, and some of the skinny dudes, the skinny light-skinned dudes would get a lot of attention and all that stuff. And they'd be like, oh, I love his abs. And I would go, he's 110 pounds. If he didn't have abs, I'd be concerned. That's how I feel every time I look at Orange Cassidy. I go, people go, oh, he has a good look. And I go, he's like 140 pounds. He better have abs. He better. Especially as a pro wrestler, he better. I would have a fitness clause in all of my contracts. There would be no wrestler on my roster allowed to look like Eddie Kingston. I would tell them to get in the fucking gym. Remember that thing with Kevin Owens a while back? Like when he was in that little flux of when they were thinking about putting him on the main roster and bouncing him back and forth between the main roster and NXT, and he went against John Cena. There was a story that WWE and him were bumping heads because they wanted him to lose that fucking belly. They didn't ask him to become Brian fucking Cage overnight, but they just asked him like, dude, get in the gym, dude. Lose some of that weight. Y'all remember that? I would make that mandatory. You don't have to have six-pack abs, but you're not going to step on my television looking like Eddie Kingston. It won't be a thing. You don't have to look like Powerhouse Hobbs or Miro, but you're not going to come on my fucking show looking like Orange Cassidy. You have to look the part, play the part, know the part, and execute the part. So all of that friendly sunshine and rainbows bullshit, you can send that shit to the goddamn mill. I don't care. I don't care, man. That doesn't mean anything to me. Because at the end of the day, Werner, we always say this, am I entertained or not? And when I look at you, do I see a star?
Mm-hmm.
And all of the verbal fellatio I saw for Orange Cassidy last night gave me a migraine unheard of. Because I guarantee you if Orange Cassidy looked like Brian Cage, y'all wouldn't rock with him. It could be the same gimmick, same presentation, same everything. Y'all wouldn't rock with him. Because y'all have jock bullying flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
But continue, my good sir. And I got something I want to pull up on that note as well. Go ahead.
We're going to move on to Bryan Danielson, who apparently isn't full strength yet. He said during the match he never struck Ricky Starks with his right arm.
Yeah, so he was rushed back, and I knew it. I don't know if you thought that, but I knew he was rushed back.
I feel like he did, considering I saw like he shouldn't be wrapped.
Dude, I feel like Tony Khan made a phone call and was like, dude, CM Punk is out the door. I need you now.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the last time when he was out the door in WWE.
That's actual factuals yet again.
Yeah. So then they got into this whole discussion about Bryan Danielson taking over AEW if anything ever, God forbid, happened to Tony. Apparently there was some time for a few weeks that Bryan Danielson traveled with Tony, but couldn't keep up with his schedule. To which Tony Khan decided, to which Bryan Danielson said, "Hey, Tony, you should hire Jimmy Jacobs to travel with you." So apparently Jimmy Jacobs, instead of being a part of the creative team, is just a secretary for Tony to keep things organized.
Which is a joke yet again, because Jimmy Jacobs is one of the best creative minds in the business. If you guys know anything about Jimmy Jacobs, he is an excellent creative mind. Excellent creative mind. A resource that Tony could tap into to creatively book shows with cohesiveness and sense.
I completely agree. And it's somebody that the bikes, the EVPs like. So there would be no issues.
And they still shouldn't be EVPs, might I add. Continue.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now we're just going to Tony Khan. For some odd reason, somebody brought up, why didn't you re-sign Sonny Kiss?
Oh my God.
I'm just going to leave that at that.
Now, let me do this. Let me preface by saying this. Our opinions on this have nothing to do with however Sonny Kiss identifies. I walked past Sonny Kiss's StarCast and Sonny Kiss showed me love. I don't got nothing bad to say about the person. Nothing. But all companies are the same in this regard, where when they can't use someone for an agenda, they have no use for them. And that is why Sonny Kiss, they allowed Sonny Kiss's contract to run and expire. Just had to put that out there. But go ahead, sir.
Tony also said that there was over 100,000 pay-per-view buys.
What is the exact number?
He said preliminary numbers indicate 100,000 plus pay-per-view buys, and somewhere in the range of 10,000 tickets sold, which we carboshed that last night.
Yes.
With a gate north of 800,000.
I would actually say that Tony Khan is masterful at avoiding hard-hitting questions, but he's not. I think that Tony Khan this is a product of being sheltered. Let me just say this. If anybody has talked to someone who is sheltered, you could say one thing to them that goes against something they believe in or something that triggers them, and they just shut down. They won't say nothing. They won't respond. They'll space out. They will literally space out.
This isn't wrestling related.
Go ahead, sir.
But somebody asked Tony Khan about Jacksonville moving to Chicago. The Jags moving to Chicago.
Really?
Because there's always rumors.
Of course. Really?
Of Jacksonville leaving. And Tony's like, well, we just invested $3 million into a performance center and we put in more money into the stadium and we did this and that. We're not leaving.
It's a crappy damn stadium, dude. I've been
really
there.
is.
It's a crappy damn stadium. It's surrounded by a crappy ass area. At least people talk shit about Soldier Field, but at least downtown is right there. Literally, you can walk across a bridge. Alexis, am I lying? You can walk across a bridge from Soldier Field and downtown is right there. You're in downtown at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if you know anything about Chicago, downtown Chicago is the shit.
Yep.
And then it's a stone's throw from Navy Pier, too. And all of the museums, the Shed Aquarium, and all of that stuff. Yeah.
There's so much fun to be had in Chicago.
Consistently, too. Not a place where you go there one time and you're like, oh, I did everything I could do there. No, Chicago is a place you got to come here at least 6 or 7 times before you start feeling that way, even a little bit.
And even then, you're like, shit, I missed this.
Yeah, it's always something new to do here. It is always something new to do here.
So finally, Tony decided to answer something about Punk.
Yeah.
Because someone asked, is there a non-compete clause? So he wouldn't show up on WWE. And his face was like, fuck.
He couldn't avoid that question now, could he?
No, he couldn't. He couldn't avoid that question. I think the face, the look of, oh shit, meaning there is no non-compete clause for CM Punk.
What, did he not think about it?
Apparently.
Dude, This is why you don't make rash decisions on the behalf of people that act like children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Tony Khan, this is why you don't make decisions of that caliber on the behalf of people that act like children.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to get into something that Mark Henry said. Let me just interject this because I feel like it's the perfect point to do this. Mark Henry on Busted Open Radio, because again, all of the people that have balls and a free-thinking mindset in that company, you're going to start to slowly but surely see them find their way out. But the company shills and the children, they're going to stay. But Mark Henry said something that I found really intriguing, and this is in sarcasm. Guys, I'm reading this in sarcasm, just so you know. It's to the 12 people in here. Hit that like button. Let's get this over 10 likes right now. Let's do this. Let's not play around. We giving y'all the best. Mark Henry said this, y'all, on AEW Firing CM Punk. Now you can freely go and there will be no more complaining. There should be no more complaining. The problem is gone. The so-called problem is everything should be shits and giggles and unicorn pee and rainbow blankets. That's what it should be now. I'm curious to see how it's going to be. The problem is solved. And I said, I would not be surprised to see Mark Henry's contract status and all of the details of his contract get leaked to the media by the end of next week. Hell, even
we
this
know
week.
Will Washington's good for leaking.
Pause. But I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
But that is one of the most profound statements. And that's not the first time I've heard about Mark Henry saying things backstage that Tony Khan needs to hear but don't want to hear. I've had wrestlers actually tell me in AEW stuff that Mark Henry has said within an earshot of Tony Khan, and Tony Khan has ignored it because he's like that kid that goes, la, 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 I can't hear you. And these are wrestlers, and again, don't anybody that would come in here and say, oh, you don't know anybody. I do, and these are high-profile wrestlers in the company, too. These aren't people that went there for an audition. These aren't people that went there for Dark. These aren't people that went there to job on Rampage. These are people that are a part of the main roster, and they're cashing AEW checks, and their W-9 and all that stuff is on AEW. W-2s, W-9s, all that shit.
And they all know we hated Britt Baker, right?
Of course.
Okay, just making sure.
But that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Tony Khan doesn't want to hear it. Mo Dunch just said exactly what I was about to say next. He's actively avoiding the truth about his company.
Because it doesn't fit his narrative.
Nor does it fit and I think who was the first person to give the toy box analogy about Tony Khan? Was it Eric?
I think so.
Whoever it was that gave the toy box analogy and Tony Khan just treating his wrestlers like toys that he played with growing up and all that stuff, that was probably the most accurate description at the time. But because Tony Khan wasn't booking the product like how he is now at that point, we didn't hear it. And that's where we can eat crow. We didn't hear it. But now that makes more sense than it ever has. That makes more sense than it ever has. And to all of y'all that may believe me, may not believe me, either way it goes, you have to listen to what I'm saying and go, he is telling some truth. But I have no reason to lie to any of y'all. I don't know any of y'all like that. I don't. So I have no reason to lie to anybody on this camera. We are not here to mislead.
No reason to lie ever.
But again, there's no reason why we got 12 people in here. We shouldn't be over 10 likes. Scroll down and take the opportunity to hit that like button. Hit the share button as well. And donate to your boys via Cash App or Streamlabs link, which is pinned. Show the necessary love, man. We are giving y'all the real talk. And that is what we are going to do from here on out. Now finish up, Werner. Go ahead.
I got two more, and that's it. Tony was asked about WrestleDream and why he was on a Sunday, because he never, ever wanted to go up against the NFL. And Tony said, well, the anniversary of Antonio Inoki's death is more important. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said.
I'm starting to think Tony Khan is treating professional wrestling like a fetish. Now, what seemed genuine at first seems very disingenuous and almost creepy. It's like a dude that pretends to be a woman's friend. And the reason why I say that is because most of the time when a man is being a friend to a woman, it's fake. No man does anything without reason or motive. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. I was having this discussion earlier. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Men do not do things without a motive of some kind. We just don't. We don't. You won't find it. It doesn't exist. So when women have a guy close to them and they be like, he's just genuinely my friend. No, he's not. He's sticking around hoping that someday he'll be able to bum some pussy off of you. That's what Tony Khan is treating professional wrestling like. He's hoping someday that he could bum some pussy off of professional wrestling, meaning he hopes that the real diehard wrestling fans and the Cornettes and all of those people will someday walk up to him backstage and go, Tony Khan, you're so great. That's what he's hoping for. So now all of these events that he throws in honor and all that stuff, it seems disingenuous. It seems like he's only doing it to get credit from the people that hate him. But why do you care about them? You're a boss, dude. Why do you care about them? It doesn't make any sense. And and guys, you want to know the reason why we're going to take this new tone with the show? Because this is going to eliminate all the people that are going to just say, oh, we're butthurt, we're ranting, we're this, we're that. It's going to eliminate all of that because we're just going to give the facts. But that's who Tony Khan is booking his shows for. He thinks he's doing stuff that appeals to the masses when only it appeals to him. And who does that sound like, by the way?
Yeah.
Point blank period, Tony Khan, your company is a joke at this point. Now you have told the cockroaches it's okay because you put pizza on the floor and you basically said, here you go, cockroaches. Come, don't you like me now, cockroaches? I put pizza on the floor for you. Do you love me now, cockroaches? So now all the cockroaches are coming to your shows. You finally succeeded at your job. And the question that we always ask, Warren, it comes down to this. Now that you've done it, now what? You finally became friends with the cockroaches under your refrigerator. Now what? Because you scaring the casuals.
If they're still around.
Yeah, you scared them. You scared the hoes already. Tony Khan, you scared the hoes already, bro. It's too late. You ran them off. You had a chance. You ran them off. So now what? When you're banking on those cockroaches, because what do cockroaches do after they're done feeding typically, Warner?
They make babies.
I wasn't going there, but okay. No, after cockroaches are done feeding, they disappear until the next round of food shows itself.
Mm-hmm.
They go right back under the refrigerator. So, Tony Khan, when you really need them and you're like, oh, I need your support for this pay-per-view, this event, this, whatever it is. And you're like, why isn't this the numbers I thought it would be? It's going to be because you chased away the diehards and you chased away the casuals. And you chased away the one fan base that is the reason why your promotion even exists. The lapsed fan. They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool. Now what?
All right. So, lastly, Tony said that All Out next year will be in Hoffman Estates.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God.
Hold on. He said that the United Center is booked and he can't bump it because, according to him, Labor Day weekend is the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. When, if you did a quick Google search, it is August 19th through the 20th. to which All In next year is on the 25th. I doubt the DNC is going to have it covered for a month.
Oh my God.
The dude is clueless.
He really is.
The dude is clueless. How about instead of doing that, you just push it out? Oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get to these donations, y'all. Like I said, it came through one smackaroo saying for today. We had a couple come through on the Cash App, but I said 5 are going to send us to church tonight, so we need 2 more. 2 more will send us to church. And let's do a quick roll call before we get into Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Drop the fire emoji if you are in the building right now. Drop the fire emoji if you are in here right now. I'm not even going to care about the vibe. I'm not going to care about nothing. I'm here to just get, it's going to be like me and Werner having a conversation, just like the old days.
Yeah.
If this how we doing it, it's just going to be like me and Werner having a conversation, just like the old days, man. For real. Shouts out to the people dropping fire emojis. I see y'all. Shouts out to everybody that is in here dropping a fire emoji. It means the world. Shouts out to everybody. Thank you. Cool. Now, guys, because of my disposition right now, let's take an Orlando Brown smoke break and we're going to come right back, all right?
Some of the cook breakfast for you.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody, man. Shouts out to all the breakfast gang, too, man. Hold on. Let me see something. Because our Twitter is lighting up. I'm trying to make sure the world ain't blowing up. What up? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We cool. For sure. All right. Shouts out to everybody, man. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, donation gang. Everybody is in here. Thank you for all of the support. It means the world to us. Thank you. I cannot say that enough. It means the world. Any new people that come in here, shouts out to you as well. But it's time to cook on Monday Night Raw. And remember, guys, our tone, it's going to be a real talk. We are going to paraphrase any long, drawn-out nonsense. So, again, if you're expecting us to go word for word on the crappy, very, very overproduced WWE promos, do not expect that because that is not something that we are going to do on the show. All right. So, Raw has a new intro. Okay. That's fine. Cool. Commentary hypes up tonight's show. Jey Uso enters through the crowd. His theme song is still the Usos theme song, except now it just goes, it's just me, Us, day one-ish. And that is the corniest, most trash theme song. But this is WWE. Everything falls under that category. I'm sorry. Okay. Jey gets on the mic and starts cutting his cokehead promo. But he was
more terrible than normal.
But wait, he was a nervous cokehead tonight because it looked like he didn't know what to say. It looked like they sent him out there and gave him freedom on the mic, which of all people, why would you give him freedom on the mic? And he just seemed really, really nervous. And at one point he said, yeah, y'all watch my family fight on national television. It's like Family Feud, but for real. And I said, oh my God, he is horrible.
Oh my God.
He's awful. He's god awful.
And he has no one to protect him now.
And then he would say he got an unexpected call from Cody Rhodes, and he's here on Raw by himself. And he said, main event Uso, Jey Uso is now in your city, which is a corny fucking catchphrase. Very corny catchphrase. And at this point of the promo, Michael Chode would say on commentary, Cody Rhodes used to be an EVP. I think he said, looks like he still knows how to get a deal done or some shit like that.
Something stupid.
And I said, Michael Chode, the only reason why you have a job is because you outlasted every other great commentator by living. If 80% of the great commentators in professional wrestling didn't die, and the other ones didn't go elsewhere, you wouldn't have a fucking job. You'd still be the Frosted Tips guy doing backstage interviews. Hell, by this point, you might not even be in the company.
Getting your ass kicked by every wrestler.
Yeah, that's how you know. I'm sorry, I hate putting accusations on people, but like I love how people said that about Tony Khan. But when in all actuality, if you've ever seen somebody that's a real cokehead, they act more like Jey Uso than they act like Tony Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan just acts like he smoked really shitty weed. That's what Tony Khan acts like more so to me. Tony Khan acts like he smokes really shitty or really laced weed. One of the two. Jey Uso actually acts like a cokehead. Moves like a cokehead. He can't stand still. Like, that's cokehead tendencies. So I'm not defending Tony Khan. Trust me. We just had a whole thing about him just earlier in the show if you were watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, people calling Tony Khan a cokehead, but not calling Jey Uso a cokehead will forever be funny to me because Jey Uso has more cokehead tendencies than Tony Khan does. You were finna say something, sir?
Duke upset Clemson 28-7.
Oh man, we can get to that off the stream, man. Come on.
No, I know, but like that's just shocking.
But let's keep going, man. He welcomes the crowd to Monday Night Raw. He says he's only been gone for 2 to 3 weeks, but he misses us and it felt like a lot longer. And all that stuff. And then Sami Zayn would come out and kiss his ass.
What was the point of that?
There was no point, so that's why I just paraphrased it into him coming out there and kissing his ass. And Jey Uso would embrace him. And it was just, it's just, this everybody love everybody. We're all friends and buds and pals. And I'm going to forgive you screwing me out of a title. I'm going to forgive you for screwing me out of winning a match. And we're just supposed to forget that. And the reason why WWE books stuff this way is because they think their fan base are fucking idiots that can't remember anything that happened 10 minutes ago, which is why when they come back from commercial break, they recap everything that happened the last 10 minutes.
So then you can forget what happened.
It's a very vicious and malicious cycle that WWE puts their fan base in, but they take it on the chin and they ask for more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But we don't have to participate in that. We have exited the matrix. It is not something that applies to us and never will apply to us. Respectfully. Mike Patterson said, who to think getting traded back to SmackDown? We'll get to that.
We're jumping ahead.
Mo Dunn said all out of breath promo. It's not even he's all out of breath. He's just painfully awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he sniffs a line every time before he goes out there, but that's what he acts like. If somebody, hold on, Warner, let's play this game. If somebody walked up to you on the street and was talking like Jey Uso, would you embrace them or would you walk in the other direction?
Other direction.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? You from around here? Huh, Oos? Huh? Well, I just want to know what's up. What you up to? Where you finna go? You finna get into something? Huh, Oos? You'd be like, dude, are you okay?
Do you need help getting to a hospital or a local medical facility?
Or Detroit receiving? Man, Jeff said he's jacked. Man, I don't know what he is, man. That man, I don't know what that man takes before he goes out there, but he gives me awkward cokehead vibes. I mean that.
Is that the one that's married to Trin?
No, Jimmy.
Okay.
Hey, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Drew McIntyre makes his entrance as Jay leaves, and they do a stare down. And that, you know, so funny. I went, that's exactly how you should book a person that dead ass got screwed over by somebody multiple times, even if they turn face. They should see that person and be like, motherfucker, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
You think I forgot when you cost me the title multiple times, motherfucker? I don't like you. So that is how they should book the show. But instead, no. They go, everybody should be friends. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's going to be a baby face.
Garbage. Matt Riddle does the same thing, but he goes right into his fake RVD shtick that we'll never get over.
And why are his nails painted?
Because he's a bitch.
Well, there's that.
Yeah? Because he's a little hoe. Just saying. Just had to get that out there. You asked the question. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm giving answers to questions.
Yeah. I didn't know if there was an actual, like, answer that I missed.
Lee said, oh, my God, you're Uzi impression. That's what he sounds like. He literally sounds like that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, Uzi, you know, I'm in your city. What?
No one cares.
Dude, all right, man. Okay. All right. Okay. If that crowd likes it, cool. All right, for sure.
Curtain jerking.
Yeah. We get a recap of Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura with a promo from Shinsuke about how he underestimated Rollins. But he was the one left standing with bonus footage of him attacking Seth after the show and blah, blah, blah. And he pledges to win the title. And, guys, we're going to get into how WWE completely must have forgot about this video package in some shape, form, or fashion, because they would have a creative blunder so big that I went, how dumb are these people booking this show?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that. Don't skip ahead, because I can see somebody putting in the comment section. Do not skip ahead. We will get there. Ricochet is backstage talking to Adam Pearce, sounding like a begging beta male bitch.
Talk about random.
And where are all those people, Werner? Can you help me locate the people that said the Logan Paul feud was going to elevate Ricochet?
Oh, no, they've went into hiding.
Yeah. Can anybody in the comment section help me locate those people? I've been looking for them since SummerSlam. Where are they?
Yeah, where is Eddie?
Uh-huh. Yeah, where's all those people? Please help me locate those people. Because it was definitely people in here that were like, oh, this is going to elevate Ricochet. He got the rub. He's going to be looked at as a top star now. His push is going to start. Enter Ricochet World Title Run program. Where are those people? Where they go? Are they where they at? I can't find them, y'all.
They're missing. Maybe we need to put them on milk cartons.
Yeah. Mr. Mayhem said they disappeared. They did. Robert said they're all on Logan's podcast. I don't know. There you go.
Yeah.
See how when we doing the Real Talk stream, how the numbers look, guys? This is exactly what I'm talking about. People don't like this stuff. The numbers are going down. People don't like this stuff. They either want you to be really safe or they want you to be sensationalized. They want sizzle.
Hence, you got a guy with an Instagram account getting to ask Tony questions while we're just at home. Because they don't want this real talk.
Werner, please elaborate. What are you talking about?
I don't remember the question, but while I was watching this, an Instagrammer asked Tony Khan a question.
Okay. What is his name? Do you know his name?
I would have to go back and look.
So you telling me that Instagrammers with a little bit of clout can get all right.
Yep. Because he was like, I'm this person from this from I'm like Forgetful Wrestling on Instagram. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
That's something. That's something, Warner. That's something. Elise said, I like this. Yeah, you like it, but again, look at the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the numbers. This is not what people want, but these are the shows that we will do because this helps me go to sleep at night feeling creatively fulfilled.
Yeah.
Because I hate giving my all on the entertainment front. And I go to my room and I go, damn, I missed hitting on this point. And I wanted to really talk about this because it was something I wanted to inform people on. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to bed like that anymore. It's not going to be a thing. So I don't care what the numbers look like. It could be one person in here for all I give a damn. As long as I feel creatively fulfilled by giving this real talk, that's all that matters to me. Everything else is irrelevant. Sweetheart Sally said, I'm sorry I'm late. I just got back from the hospital. My grandmother's starting chemo. I'm sorry to hear that.
Aww.
Hope the best for your grandmother. Hopefully the chemo is quick. It gets everything done and she starts the path to recovery. And I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart.
We'll be praying for you.
Absolutely. Mike Seacamp said, Haven't seen them. Can you tell me? Haven't seen them? Yeah. No, they haven't been around. Yeah, where are the people that said the Logan Paul feud was going to elevate Ricochet to a world title program? Yeah, look at these numbers. I can't remember the last time we've had 4 people in here. I cannot remember that. I cannot remember the last time we've had 4 people. But that's what happens when you get that real talk. Again, I'm happy with the show. I'm happy. I feel creatively fulfilled because I'm getting off what I really want to say. This is fine. I can live with this. We're 1 donation away. I could cut the alert box back on. We are 1 donation away. Let me see if it'll play it because Streamlabs is. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Lexi came through with the one smackaroo for handsome Mr. Starks. Thank you. Appreciate that. 1 more donation will send us to church. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Numbers are going back up a little bit. Okay. Ramon Dunn said people can't handle real talk. See, but here's the thing. We don't mind talking to people in good faith if they disagree with us. But it's when you have people come in here that disagree with something and they cannot substantiate it with anything other than, oh, well, you're just a stupid doo-doo dunderhead.
All you do is hate on things.
Yeah. When we have equally criticized every product that we review.
And not only that, we've given them constructive criticism.
Free creative, as we like to call it.
Yeah, it's not like we're like, oh, this just fucking sucks. Next match, it fucking sucks. No, we break it down why it didn't work out and what they could have done differently to make it work out.
Like me bringing up the Ricochet thing. I bring up the Ricochet thing because I wanted to see him get elevated to world title status. And
that would be great.
Yeah, and everybody was saying that was going to be the feud to do it, but we haven't seen that. Werner, again, have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Okay, then.
But maybe now that he's working on talking to Adam Pearce, maybe.
So I'm having difficulties on our end locating the lie.
Yeah.
Start up your Google Maps and please help us locate where we lied. Okay. But like gang, comment gang, share gang, donation gang. We need y'all to show the necessary love, man. Hit that like button. Get this over 10 likes right now. It shouldn't be a reason why we not there yet. So go ahead and get this shit popping. Go ahead and get this shit popping. I'm sorry I had to do something on my phone real quick. But let's keep going. So, Adam Pearce dubs Ricochet like a little hoe, basically going, yeah, dude, I'll get back to you. I'll get to you when I get to you. Like he's a little biatch. Yeah? And Adam walks over to Seth Rollins, who's standing there for some reason. Just standing there with his title. Like, take a second to take yourself out of kayfabe. Literally, Seth Rollins was just standing there. Why would a wrestler come to a show, get dressed up in their wrestling gear, to stand in the middle of a hallway?
Only in WWE.
Just saying. Just trying to, play it how it comes. That's all. Okay.
Well, didn't you do that a lot when you were wrestling?
No.
Oh.
No. If anything, I stayed in character. People couldn't find me until it was match time, and they were like, what is he doing? And I'm like, motherfucker, I don't want to talk to none of y'all because guess what? If a fan accidentally gets back here and they see me chopping up game with the person I'm supposed to go out there and have a match with, that takes them out of the match. Some people still want to believe it's real to them, damn it. That'll take them out of it. Now, there's people that can suspend their disbelief, obviously. But I want to preserve whatever I can wherever possible. It's that simple. And yeah, he's standing there in the middle of the hallway, and Robert just said something I was thinking, and yeah, his back is just miraculously healed. He had that unrelenting attack done to him on his back at Payback. And now all of a sudden, he can stand with no issue in the middle of hallways.
I was Muda there last night.
That served zero purpose, sir.
I forgot to mention that 2 nights ago.
Because we were.
But it dawned on me when everything that was going on today was going on. I was like, why was Muda there? Unless Shin was going to win on Saturday
and get in the ring and hold his arm up. Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. What was the point of him traveling 4,000 miles just to get him on camera where probably 99% of WWE Universe doesn't know or doesn't give a shit about who Great Muta is.
They don't. They don't appreciate him at all. So, sir, I got buttons for this, so I'm going to help you out here. You ready? Here we go.
Reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself to you. And
What was the reason?
I'm with Werner. What was the reason? You had him show up for what exactly? For what reason was the Great Muta there? They showed him in the camera for about 5 seconds? About 5 seconds.
If that, yeah.
And that was the long and short of it. Why do you think when they showed him on the camera, nobody reacted?
Mm-hmm.
Because that fan base doesn't know who the Great Muta is. They don't appreciate him. But you know why? Because the Great Muta's work and his best work was done outside of that company.
Yep.
And WWE fans are only loyal to the soil, if you know what that means. If you're from the streets, you know what that means. It's embarrassing. Werner, do you appreciate the Great Muta's legacy?
I do, and I don't know what was worse, that or what Ricky Starks did to Justin through Jushin Thunder Liger.
That was supposed, but at least with that was supposed to play out into something. Like they were trying to go for like a semi-legend killer gimmick with Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because of the CM Punk thing, that got stopped short. And
failed.
But yeah, at least AEW tried to flesh that out. WWE didn't flesh out the Great Muta's appearance at all. They had no plan going into that. They were just like, let's get him on the show just so he doesn't go anywhere else during this weekend. And who else was running shows that week? Just a thought, Werner. We just
could have gotten
spitballing.
Kojima.
Well, no, Werner, we just spitballing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just checking. We just checking temperatures. That's all. Okay. But let's keep going with the show. But yeah, Seth Rollins is standing in the middle of a hallway for no reason. And apparently, he wasn't cleared to be in the building tonight, but yet he's there in the building. And he's not being told to go home. Adam Pearce is just like, sure, you could say. But Rollins says if he can walk, he can fight. That's how you know this man knows absolutely nothing about combat sports.
My wife rolled me in. I can fight.
That's not how fighting works. It's not if you can walk, you can fight. It's the injuries that people can't see with the human eye that keep you from fighting. So, dude, if your shin is fucking shattered, you can't fight.
No.
If your
You'll be lucky if you can walk.
If your arm is broken like Bryan Danielson's, yeah, you could go out there and try, but you're not going to have use of that arm.
But according to who was on commentary for All Out?
Who was on commentary? I know, wasn't Nigel McGuinness on there too? Yeah.
Excuse me. Apparently, Nigel McGuinness wouldn't shut up about saying there's 240 or 60 bones in the arm and hand, because Brian brought that up, and he only had one not working properly, and that's why he only used his left hand to strike Ricky Starks.
Okay. But y'all, Seth Rollins he's an insufferable promo. He's only being pushed right now because he's a Triple H favorite and a Triple H creation. And honestly, if you had to dissect this title reign from the ground up, it just feels like we have no one else better to put this on. And also, this is the Roman Reigns, I can't beat Roman Reigns club title. That's all it is, and that's all it's ever going to be. And Seth Rollins even acknowledged as much in an interview. Let's get this stream over 10 likes, man. That's the last time I'm asking. Scroll down and hit the like button. Scroll down and hit the like button. Go ahead.
Real quick, where was Roman Reigns during the Bray Wyatt tribute?
Werner, if we had to break down every single thing in WWE history that falls underneath the question you asked, in like in that same like vibe,
Yeah.
the answer is always going to fall back on the Office doesn't feel like they can get on the phone and tell them to show up when they want.
Yep. I would have been different 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody when somebody allegedly had balls the size of grapefruits.
Yeah, nobody in WWE has the balls to get on the phone and be like, Roman, this dude low-key helped make you. Get your ass to this arena now. Nobody.
Where's the creative director to even tell him to come show up?
Yeah. Who's the person that should have been responsible for the phone call going, Roman, this dude helped make you. You need to get here. You need to pay your respects. And if you don't, there's consequences. You are an active member of this roster.
Yeah.
You are an employee. So while we give Tony Khan a lot of heat for that shit, we need to give WWE that same energy when it comes to stuff like that. Just saying. Werner brings up a good point. Now, Ricochet walks over like yet again like a little biatch. And he starts meat riding Seth Rollins for literally no reason other than, oh, well, you don't have to carry the show and endanger yourself. Sir, Becky Lynch is his wife. He doesn't need a second one. They're making Ricochet look like a little hoe. Am I the only one that noticed that? And I was like, what is this? Why are they making Ricochet look like a little hoe? Seth, you don't need to hurt your nails. You don't need to hurt your back. You don't need to. I'll take care of you. You're my boo. What?
I'm wondering if he has heat with somebody.
Oh, he's getting buried like it.
Well, I know he is. That's why I'm wondering, who does he have heat with? Is it Kevin Dunn? Because this seems like a Kevin Dunn special.
This was embarrassing to watch. Somebody who in the ring is better than Seth Rollins and has always been better than Seth Rollins. Somebody who was at one point considered a once-in-a-generation prospect is now relegated to being Seth Rollins' meat rider and fighting his battles for him.
Yep.
But all right, if y'all enjoy this, y'all enjoy it.
Yep.
I ain't gonna say nothing else. But let's keep going. We went to commercial break, back for commercial break. They're apparently calling themselves Mick Riddle.
Try it. Try it. Try it.
Wow. Okay. Kofi Kingston will run in during this match and get involved. This match was not good at all.
Thank you for your patronage.
It was just a typical WWE formula. Nothing special, nothing exciting. And the crowd, of course, went ape shit over a table. Kofi Kingston would hit a fucking Trouble in Paradise, but Riddle would end up being the one eating it. And then the Vikings would fend Drew McIntyre off, and the Viking Raiders won by pinfall with a Ragnarok through the table on Matt Riddle. WWE, no matter how hard you try, you have ruined the Viking Raiders to a point of where you could put them over the entire roster and no one will take them seriously.
I'm wondering if they even left. Are they that ruined?
No, the damage is done, bro. The damage is done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they would get booked if they went back to, like, the indies and shit. I'm sure they would get booked. But the damage is done. WWE has already just completely ruined their value. Because if you remember, going into them signing with WWE, they were one of the hottest tag teams out there.
I do remember that. But, like, we've said with some people, them going away and betting on themselves has turned it around for them. I just don't, I have a hard time seeing it with the Viking Raiders.
So do I, bro. It is what it is.
And others, because not everyone's going to be in that company this time next year.
Wait, Asia Hart said hi. What's going on, Asia? Good to see you in there.
Yeah.
Mo Dunn said Viking Raiders theme completely gone, and it won't come back. Not in that company.
No.
I don't even think, like me and Warner just said, not even outside the company. They're damaged goods. So they can have the Viking Raiders pin whoever they want to. Nobody's going to take them seriously. They're never going to get the reactions that Triple H is hoping they're going to get. They're done. They're done.
I think the Sarah Logan thing was the thing that broke the camel's back, honestly.
Yeah.
And I hate to hate on Sarah Logan because she's a good wrestler.
She is.
But just the added addition of that just killed.
But Asia Hart, have you hit the like button? You coming in here asking us what we talking about. Have you hit the like button? That's what I want to see. This should be a double digits by now, but for some reason we're not. Hit the like button. If anybody in here that hasn't hit the like button yet, take this opportunity. Because y'all will go in any other stream and engage away.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the like button. It costs you nothing to do. It costs you absolutely nothing to do.
It's free.
Maria, I'm not doing this with you tonight. I'm gonna treat you like I know you personally. The nonsense, I'm not with it tonight. You can hold on to it. If Werner wants to address you, sure, but I'm not doing it tonight.
He's the top guy in your company. He should have been there for Bray. Period. He is your world champion on that brand. Why wasn't he there?
I'm not doing it tonight.
I just said she just got home.
We're here. Oh, okay, shouts out to you for coming straight in the crib and watching us. I'm here for that real talk tonight. I'm not here for bad faith arguments tonight. I'm not. Shouts out to moms for liking the stream. Thank you. Let's keep going, man. We get a hybrid of the Intercontinental champions over the years. Seth Rollins makes his entrance, and he does the thing where the crowd sings and all that stuff. And okay, cool. All right, dude. To make a long story short, very long, very, very long, drawn-out promo short. At this point, I think me and Werner both messaged each other that this show was just dragging.
Yes.
This show was a crawl, a very slow crawl. This show felt like it was going at a snail's pace. Oh, my God. But we don't care. We don't produce this shit, so it's not our problem. Nope. We wouldn't book the show like this.
No.
Straight up. But Mo Dunn said, especially how they fucked over Bray to get the title. Yeah. We could talk about it, but that's going to engage the bad faith community, and I'm good. I'm good. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
So here's the dumb part. Earlier in the little vignette, little promo thing, they had Nakamura say he's going to get the title, right? Nakamura gets an offer from Seth Rollins to challenge for the title right there in that moment. And says what, Werner?
No.
No.
Then move on to the next challenger. If you're going to say no like that, move on to the next challenger. That's ridiculous.
I'm going to take a quick break, y'all.
I'm concerned because there's nothing wrong.
And what are you going to say to your fans when they ask you some questions about it?
I'm going to say I feel good. Papa's got a brand new bag. It's a man's world.
Well, that's the second time we've heard that in 2 days. That's very interesting. Now, don't leave us, James. You stay right there.
I'm
We
not
have
gonna leave.
more that
I
we
wanna
have
do
to talk about. Well, tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing on this tour.
What'd you say?
What are you going to be doing on this tour?
I'm going to be doing Papa's got a brand new bag, living in America. Sex machine, get up off of that thing. I feel good. Jam.
Now I understand.
This company cannot get out of their own way creatively. They can't. You just had Nakamura say in a video package earlier that he's coming after the title just for him to get into a promo battle with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins offered him an opportunity at his weakest for a chance at the title, and Shinsuke Nakamura said no. What was the point of him coming out there in his ring gear and Seth Rollins coming out there in his ring gear for
with
this?
his magically healed back.
When I tell y'all this company cannot get out of their own way, man. And yes, Sweetheart Sally, I've said that on the stream multiple times. Yes, Crazy Mary Dobson on the Indie, she was amazing. Sarah Logan was amazing. She had a little bit of an ego, but she was good. She had an ego through the fucking roof. Don't get me started. I got some stories about her from her work in the Indies here in Illinois. Trust me, she had an ego. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Now, Ruby Soho, as we know her today, was super humble. She's super, when I tell you, super humble, super nice, always did good business. But at one point, Sarah Logan, when she was on the Indies as Crazy Mary Dobson, thought she was the hottest thing since the shit you pull out your oven.
I feel like Ruby would drink a lot of people under the table. I'm just saying. I just like you get that gut feeling about someone, and I felt this last night too. Like I'm just watching the match, and I'm just like, I bet she could drink a gallon and still go.
Mo Dunch said something that in kayfabe and reality makes so much sense, but WWE would look at this comment that Mo put in and be like, well, it's going somewhere. You have to have patience.
We're cooking steak. We're not cooking Burger King. Acknowledge me.
Mo Dunn said, why as the champion are you challenging someone you already beat with an injured back? And then also, again, let's flip it around again. If you're Shinsuke Nakamura, gotcha, bitch, why wouldn't you take that opportunity? Nothing with this product makes sense. Nothing with this product makes actual sense. Jonathan Fenner, that's hard for me to answer because I've met so many. And there's so many to stand out in that regard. It's hard for me to answer that one straight. But if I had to give like an answer, gun to my head type of answer, Natalya. She is when I tell you, one of the sweetest wrestlers you will ever meet. She is so nice. So nice. She goes out of her way for her fans. She goes out of her way for people she likes.
She goes out of the way for the women in the locker. I mean,
yeah,
this woman should be in the Hall of Fame like 6 times over.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Gotcha, bitch.
You want to talk about somebody that just is the full package? Yes. That goes to Natalya, without a doubt. So yeah, if you force me to give an answer, I would say Natalya. With Toni Storm being a close second. Toni Storm is a sweetheart. Victoria, me and Victoria, we cool. Like when I saw Victoria at the Suite of WrestleMania, it was like family. Because she used to have a restaurant here called the Square Circle. We would kick it after the restaurant closed, just sitting back talking, eating food and shit. Talk about wrestling.
Yeah, that place on.
Yeah. So actually, no, I would put Victoria in the second spot, and then I put Toni Storm in third. Yeah, Robert, that's what I said. What was the point of the video package earlier in the show where Nakamura said he's coming after the title just for him to be offered the opportunity with an injured opponent in the ring to say no? That's not psychological. That's not mind games, as I saw some drones trying to come up with an excuse for it. That's not what it is. It's just bad booking and WWE not knowing how to get out of their own way creatively. Asia Hart giving a dating profile. She said, I am 26. Shouts out to you. Thank you. Sweetheart Sally said, I met Karma, a.k.a. Awesome Conga Purse. She is cool. I met her backstage doing media for NWA. I concur with that. Funny as hell, too. Funny as fuck. She is so funny.
Oh, after watching Glow, I gotta believe.
Super funny. So shouts out to her. Hold on 1 second. All right, y'all. Cool. Just had to check on one more thing. My bad, y'all. My bad. Want to make sure that we doing the right thing. Cool. Mom said happy birthday. Oh, wait. You turned 26 today. Did you?
Oh.
Did I miss that? I'm so sorry if I missed that. If you did turn 26 today, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is right there. I'm so sorry. Happy birthday, Asia. Happy birthday to you. I am so sorry I missed that. Happy birthday.
Bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang,
I feel
bang,
bad now. Damn. We finally got over those 10 likes. Now that we are there, let's keep the momentum going. The Real Talk stream, I hope y'all are enjoying this. I hope that y'all are enjoying this cadence, this pace, and how we are doing this. Okay? If you are enjoying it, put a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying it, put a thumbs down. Let us know. The entertainment value is cool, but we want to feel fulfilled with these shows. That's it. That's all it is. We don't got no beef with entertaining and all that stuff, but we want to make sure. Trish Stratus is another nice one. We want to make sure that we are informing y'all more than anything. Because like Werner said and I said at the beginning of the show, it's moments on the shows where we look at stuff and we like, damn, we wish we would have said that. I can't tell you how many conversations me and Werner have had off camera where we like, damn, we forgot to say that on the show. Because we're just focused on the entertainment value and all that stuff. No. Robert said my buddy got groped by ODB. I got groped by ODB.
I feel like everybody gets groped by ODB.
That's just how she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's married and she doesn't mind men touching her boobs. I'll tell you that.
But does her husband mind?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. Sweetheart Sally. Yeah, everybody wish Asia a happy birthday. Shouts out to y'all, man. Shouts out to y'all. Thank you. But like gang, comment gang, share gang, donation gang, hit the Cash App, hit the Streamlabs link. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up as well. That's good. Make it happen, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep this stream popping. Let's keep the engagement high. But Seth would rush Nakamura on the stage and they fight like cats until security and road agents swarm to pull him apart. With Nakamura kicking away at Seth's back, when really he could have took the opportunity to do the exact same thing and just win the title. Okay. All right, WWE, if you say so. Okay.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Shinsuke has explained why he turned down Seth Rollins' challenge.
I'm listening, bro.
Oh my God.
Don't tell me what to do. I decide when, I decide how. I will break him down more and then take his title. You just can't make this shit up.
I'm going to give you one chance to tell me you joking.
Nope. It was a Raw exclusive.
Dude, he could dub you. He could literally just go, nah, I don't want to face you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make me face you. Guys, this is why we say this product can't get out of its own way. If y'all ever wonder why we say this product cannot get out of its own way, Werner just gave a great example why. Nakamura doing a video package saying he wants the title. Seth Rollins offers him an opportunity at it while injured. Nakamura says no. And what was the explanation again, Werner?
He said, and I quote, "Don't tell me what to do. I decide when, I decide how. I will break him down more and then take his title."
He sounds like a teenage girl.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody outside of the people that Triple H has a hard for has to sound like little biatches.
Mm-hmm.
Really, Warren, is that really what we doing, man?
You know what this sounds like? One Stephanie McMahon.
Dude, I remember that little period where Stephanie McMahon was hoeing the whole women's division.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like she would go out there and slap a new woman every damn week.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what this feels like. Like if you aren't a part of that group of Triple H favorites, you're gonna be hoed. You're gonna be treated like a little biatch. Oh God. Okay, this product can't get out of its own way, dog. That explanation is trash.
Try it.
That explanation is trash.
I completely agree.
Unbelievable. All right, man. If you say so. Back for commercial, Seth Rollins and Adam Pearce are screaming at each other. Pearce says he's run himself into the ground, and Seth Rollins storms off like a little hoe. Next up, we get Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura for some reason, because Ricochet would run out there to fight Seth Rollins battles again like a little biatch. Again, he has a man at home, Ricochet. He has a man at home already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Becky pegs him nice and well enough to where he doesn't need any additional penises in the room. Dog.
Maybe he wants a threesome.
And for no reason at all, we get Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And people are going to say, there was a reason. He defended Seth Rollins. That's the reason, stupid. What creative history do Ricochet and Seth Rollins have to where Ricochet even cares about what Seth Rollins is going through? I'll wait.
Be waiting a long time.
It's dumb. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. It's dumb. And yes, I am Mo Dunce. I actually am going to ask what was the reason.
What was the reason?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself to you. And
what was the reason?
Oh, yes, and Robert, that's not to be overlooked. What you just said is to not be overlooked. Robert said, wait, he runs off after getting his back jacked up again? Yes, he stormed off.
Mm-hmm.
He stormed off.
That's a champion I can get behind.
I'm sure Ricochet would love two in more ways than one after tonight.
Yeah, I know.
What is this, man? What are we watching?
Beta male bullshit.
Let's keep going, man. I don't want to spend too much time sticking on one thing, because when we're doing these real talk streams, you can't stick to one thing too long, because then it's just going to seem like, again, we don't want to give the drones and fair walkers any ammunition to be like, oh, they're just complaining. No, we just going to hit the point and keep it pushing.
Yep.
And guys, you can't make this up. I swear you can't make this up. Nakamura and Ricochet were having a decent match up until this point. Nakamura would boot Ricochet over the timekeeper's barricade in a match that he was definitively winning up until this point.
Yep.
And hit him with a chair. Any thoughts, comments, or concerns, Warner?
I guess we have a delayed burial of Ricochet.
Yeah, it's a little latent, ain't it? Yeah. It was like they cooled off and then was like, let's heat up the burial.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Again, I'm actually surprised we haven't seen Ricochet show up on Impulsive yet.
I'm shocked we haven't seen a segment where Ricochet catches Logan Paul in the bed with Samantha Irvin.
Yeah, that too.
Because they're making Ricochet look like a little biatch.
20 years ago, that would have happened.
That would have happened, yes. Yes, they would have booked that. Yes. But yes, Shinsuke Nakamura, in a match that he was winning pretty definitively at that point, hits Ricochet with a chair for the disqualification. Post-match, he continues to attack, throwing Ricochet in the ring and horse-collaring him with the chair, looking for Kinshasa, but Rollins makes the save. And apparently, yet again, Rollins is fine. His back is fine. He's healed. It is a miracle.
Yes.
In front of the Lord, it is a miracle.
Apparently, Becky pegged him the right way last night.
Yeah. The man gave the girl that good old tender loving. And not only would they insult your intelligence with Seth Rollins' injury and Nakamura's denial, they said we're going to go a step further in insulting your intelligence. During the Seth Rollins save, Seth Rollins would hit a tope to take the security out.
Yep.
Wasn't the initial line that Adam Pearce said to Seth Rollins, "You're not even cleared enough to be in the building"?
Yeah. But here we are.
This is a joke. WWE programming is a joke. Let's keep going. Then Nakamura would throw him back first into the steel steps and beat him down. And Nakamura would go on to do the world's softest kicks I have ever seen. While he was stomping him out after he threw him into the steel steps, he was giving him the softest kicks I have ever seen. He was toe tapping him. Y'all ever see a wide receiver in the end zone getting the ball thrown to him and he has to tap his two toes in to stay in? That's what it was looking like he was doing. And Mo done said, but they kept pointing out the tape on Rollins' back because, guys, this company is on a boat with a hole in it. Creatively.
Big hole.
But Ricochet would make the save with a steel chair. Again, why in the fuck is Ricochet protecting Seth Rollins? Did we get any backstory on that whatsoever?
No.
Okay, just checking. Let's keep going, though. Judgment Day watching backstage. And can't miss my opportunity. Council's AAR priest that now isn't the time to cash the money in the bank in. Go ahead.
In terms of kayfabe, can we at least once, just once, have Damian Priest show up on Roman Reigns?
No.
To make it somewhat legitimate.
No. No.
Then what the fuck is the reason for having Money in the Bank? What's he going to do? Is he going to challenge for the United States title?
No. And no, it isn't a swerve. No, I don't think they're trying to throw people off the scent and he's really going to cash in on Roman Reigns. I just think that they're basically like, they're trying to tell their fans, don't even think about it. Not even on your life. Robert said, back jacked up, yet can run the 40 and do a tope and then remember to sell his back.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Then we get a recap of Payback Steel Cage match with Becky Lynch and fucking whatever. And they show Zoe Starks turning on Trish Stratus. Cool. All right, whatever. Then she gets a backstage interview, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know that that is not her strength. That is her weakness. She says she has a lot of respect for Trish Stratus, and she taught her a lot. But she's the greatest, and she's the greatest of all time. But Hall of Famer or not, nobody pushes her point blank. Then Shayna Baszler rolls up. I said, oh, okay, it's the battle of the butch lesbians tonight. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They would just end up wanting to get into a match with each other, and there you have it. Judgment Day make their entrance. They go to break, back for commercial. They get on the mic. They do the same promo they've been doing for the past 2 months where they just talk each other up. And AAR Priest is about to start talking, and JD Squarehead comes out there carrying something in a velvet bag. To make a very long story short, It's a custom Money in the Bank briefcase. And it looked like if Taco Bell had a damn Crave case.
Which I'm surprised they weren't, sponsored by.
Literally, the moment I saw it, I said, this company has time to make custom Money in the Bank briefcases to sell, but they don't have time to put excellent storytelling, creative fulfillment, and good matches on their television product.
No, that's asking too much.
So now AAR Priest has a Taco Bell Crave case.
Mm-hmm.
And now that should tell all of you something. Because they want to sell all of those, that means AAR Priest ain't cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase for a while. At least not this year.
No, it'll have to be after Mania.
Yeah. That's basically what that just told me. Because when WWE wants to sell something, they make up that person hold on to it or wear it constantly.
Yeah.
The only exception I can think of, Y2AJ. That's it.
Yep.
Long story short, JD Squarehead would step in for Dominic Mysterio when Sami Zayn came out there to make a challenge to him. And they're all looking at him like, oh, look at you, you fucking idiot. You're stepping in place for us and taking bullets. Sure, go ahead. We'll allow you. You know the old saying, guys. Smiling in his face and laughing behind his back.
Yep.
And Sami accepts. Then we get another Intercontinental Champion hype reel, and Gunther cuts a promo in German before switching to English. And it was boring as hell. Nobody cares what he has to say. He's so fucking boring. Let's keep going. Shayna Baszler makes her entrance, and we go to break. Back from commercial, Raquel Rodriguez is chatting with Adam Pearce, and she's 5 feet taller than him, so it took him a minute to hear it, so the segment ran a little bit longer.
Yep.
And he says he's going to work on making her request official. Chelsea Green rolls up to complain and called her Sasquatch, which I thought was kind of funny. And now apparently Piper Niven is injured. And people think those belts aren't cursed, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially in WWE.
Raquel Rodriguez would end up challenging her because I think she heard that Sasquatch comment because you never heard a door close.
Gotcha,
bitch. So she was probably just standing there the entire time, which is weird. Cool. Shayna Baszler versus Zoe Stark. Shayna Baszler won by referee stoppage with the Kira Feud clutch. They tried to make Zoe Stark look strong, but it just made her look stupid. Her burial is going to begin because she sold the women's division on the roster up the river in an interview before SummerSlam. We told y'all this was going to happen, and it's happening now. Yeah. Shayna Baszler is directionless. Post-match, Shayna Baszler tells Zoe Stark she put up a better fight than Ronda and fist bumps her. Cool. Okay. All right. Okay. The Judgment Day are hanging out backstage, and apparently they have their own lounge in an arena that they don't fucking live in.
How weird was that?
This is stupid. I mean, dude, this is dumb. I know this is the Real Talk stream, but I just got to start keeping it real about this shit. This shit is dumb.
It really is.
It's dumb. We're expected to believe that they have their own lounge in an arena that the company is renting for one night.
Yes.
Try it.
Just like Vince has his own special office at Madison Square Garden.
Duke juice. This is dumb. Just stupid. Okay. Finn and AAR Priest leave together, but Rhea holds Dom back and tells him she needs him to make sure everything with JD goes how she wants. And Raquel Rodriguez makes her entrance and we go to break. Chelsea Green versus Raquel. Raquel obviously won by pinfall with the one-arm powerbomb. No shock there. Post-match, Raquel gets on the mic and says she's getting a rematch against Rhea Ripley with Dominic barred from ringside, and it'll be next week.
It's so fucking stupid.
Go ahead.
Because you still have Finn and Damian fucking Priest and now Squarehead.
I was just about to say it. You know Squarehead is going to interfere.
Yeah.
You know Squarehead is going to interfere. You know it.
To prove his allegiance.
So not only is it dumb and boring, it's predictable as all fuck.
By the way, whoever is getting married or is engaged to Dominic, and that.
You said what?
End it.
Why you say that?
A Monday Night Mommy t-shirt? Seriously? Come on. How more beta do you have to fucking be?
This is where we at, bro. JD Squarehead is going to interfere. Rhea's going to retain. The circle of life continues. The cycle of garbage continues. All right. Another hype reel of IC champions. We see Alpha Academy hanging out backstage. And Chad Gable says he's had a lot of time to think about his accomplishments. And if Gunther thinks he doesn't belong in the history books, bad news, he already is. From the Olympics to winning a tag title, he adds to his legacy tonight and proved that he's more than just a tag team specialist. Yeah, right, motherfucker. Yeah, goddamn right.
He will never, ever, 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 ever get out of that light.
Not in that company, no.
No.
Another person that is on the verge of becoming damaged goods.
Yep.
Let's keep going. The Miz would make his entrance and we go to break.
Fuck.
I'm skipping the Drew McIntyre, Kofi Kingston apology thing. I don't care about that. I don't care. But we would go to... And honestly, what I've seen, and honestly, one of the worst segments I've seen in the past 10 years. Warner, you're going to have to do this one. I don't want it to take away from what we're trying to do, but it is something I'm going to address after you say what happens in this segment.
The Miz calls out fucking John Cena. John Cena is only showing up on SmackDown. So then they had the fucking camera guy running around like fucking John Cena's there. Then the Miz tries to interview John Cena, but no one can see him because that fucking trope is not fucking just over with and overused and overplayed and over everything. It's not funny. It's corny. It needs to fucking stop. Miz feels fucking jilted. Nothing new fucking there. He looks like a fucking 5-year-old. Him and Dominic should be having play dates in the sandbox. With their little fucking juice boxes. I don't know. I guess Miz said that he felt screwed by John. Gave a whole promo about how he was screwed by John. No one really gives a shit because no one gives a shit about the Miz. Ever. It's just fake outrage. Because that's all the Miz is good at. Fake outrage. I'm good. I don't. There's nothing else to say to this fucking segment. Other than it was a fucking waste of time.
This motherfucker did a skull-crushing finale. Now, here's why I wanted you to do that. Because I said at the top of the stream, our interactions are going to be treated as exclusive from here on out. You will not get a response from us unless you are somebody with some kind of reputation of some kind. Meaning, unless you are somebody that is actually in the business, somebody that knows their stuff, unless you fall underneath that category, you will not receive a response from us. You will just get a block. The amount of people that attacked me on fucking Twitter because I called this segment awful, which it was.
It was.
And the amount of people I saw going, no, this was great television. Something snapped inside of me. Something dead ass snapped inside of me. And I said, you know what I'm going to do from here on out? That's when I said to myself, our interactions are going to be exclusive. You want to talk to us or you want to talk shit about us, you're going to pay for it, or you're going to have to build yourself up enough to where we even bother with you. We will not feed the trolls anymore. So please do not act surprised if you get blocked. Do not. Our interactions will be exclusive. We will not respond. A Brian Alvarez mentions us, we'll respond.
He's too busy hiding behind a paywall.
Raj Geary, we'll respond. Those type of people, we'll respond. Jim Cornette, will respond. But you randoms on Twitter that suck the dick of anything WWE does, even when they put awful television on like what we saw with this segment, we will not discuss with you. We will just block you and keep it pushing and not care. Because guess what? Not everybody has to like this horrible ass product.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody has to trick themselves into believing that this garbage is good. Because that Miz segment was god awful. And there's no way around that. So again, you want to talk to us? You're going to pay for it. You want to talk shit about us? You're going to pay for it. And if you don't want to do that, get your weight up, become somebody in the industry, become a powerhouse to the point of where we have well over more than that, well over 200,000 people following us at any given moment. Our page's reach on Facebook is at 30 million in the last 20 days. You're gonna have to talk a different language to us.
Mm-hmm.
From here on out, you will not get any of our time, any of our response. You will just get a block. And if you're a weirdo that likes the comments of people disparaging us, I don't care if you follow the channel. You're getting blocked too.
Yep.
And no, that doesn't mean a person is mentally fragile. That's called protecting your own investment. And our investment is in meaningful interactions with people that actually mean something. It's not personal. It's just business. No, sweetheart Sally. Yeah, no, there was nothing entertaining about this segment at all. Nothing. It almost was like an excuse just to get the Miz on TV.
Yeah.
Just like how Tony Khan always finds a reason to get Orange Cassidy on TV. That's what this was like. It just felt like Triple H was like, I'm just trying to find a reason to get the Miz on TV. And you want to know what I'm going to say that the drones are going to get all tight about? I don't care. I'm going to be completely honest. This segment had Vince McMahon's fingerprints all over it.
Mm-hmm.
This felt like a Vince segment. Acting like he got shoved. Like garbage. Absolute gutter trash. Back commercial, Jey Uso runs into Akira Tozawa, who just runs away from him because he runs away from everybody because he still has the base guy curse. Thanks, Warner.
He beat the Miz.
And what does that mean?
I don't know.
Base guy curse is still intact, sir. Let me know when he beats Roman Reigns. Well, okay. Okay. All right. Just letting you know.
Maybe in tic-tac-toe.
Sure, Warner. Sure. Let's get that footage and put it up on the channel. Tommaso Ciampa goes into Adam Pearce's office apparently to take it up the ass like he's been doing since came back.
Yep.
JD Squarehead versus Sami Zayn. JD Squarehead wins by pinfall with a schoolboy and a handful of tights after Dominic Mysterio helped him. Sami Zayn attacked Dominic Mysterio after the match. JD McDonough pulls him out the ring and becomes a human sacrifice. And he tells Dominic Mysterio to leave, and JD turns around and catches a haluva kick. Okay. All right. Cool. After commercial, we get some hype from WWE's efforts to support Connor's cure. And backstage, Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough run into Judgment Day, and AAR Priest congratulates JD Squarehead on an impressive win. How's it an impressive win? And Dominic had to help him.
Yep.
Finn Balor Club.
Balor Club.
Wants to get rolling, but Dom peels off to talk to Jey Uso standing nearby. Now, here's where the cokehead tendencies comes into play, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Jey Uso's body language the entire time that Dominic is talking to him.
Yeah.
I have been around enough cokeheads to know that is how cokeheads act. Yep. The only thing he wasn't doing was the jaw thing. Literally, he was doing everything a cokehead does, minus the jaw thing. Outside of that, he was moving and acting like a coke head. But all right, if this is what y'all enjoy, now again, Warner. That's the energy I'm gonna have, bro. If this is what y'all enjoy, okay. Cool. Not gonna get mad at y'all for it. I'm just gonna point stuff out. But he basically makes a half-assed effort at trying to say, oh, we both come from Hall of Fame dads and blah, blah, blah.